DJ could get on top of him. Back over towards the mid. 26-7 against the 31-7. Moon still with a slight edge. So the all-important move for both of these is going to be that 6-minute rune. It's both heroes absolute killers when it comes to rotating if they get themselves that DD or Arcane.
And both of these spirits very good at, like, EG needs to be a bit more, they are playing aggressive tri-lane, which means that they will be closer to the tower, so they're more vulnerable to rotations coming out from the spirit.
Look to their bottom tower.
Bottom lane Raven is getting heavily pressured here by just the two of them, Martesi and Fly. DJ make his way back over to try and get some of this pressure that was getting put on the tower. See over by the runes, Arbed will be the one to grab it. Japs coming in with a blast. Up Arbed already away with it. With the Astral Step himself. Try for the arrow connection, won't quite manage to catch Moon.
What do you think about Techie's performance so far?
I mean, I like the attempts here from Japs. You know, he's very, very active. He's going from lane to lane, trying to jump in with the blast off, but the impact it feels like it's not as great as they kind of need it to be. But
yeah,
when you've got this hero moving
like
around the map.
First one to connect on the Void Spirit. Now he once again dodged it. So a lot of time wasted by Techies. He's a level 3 there, having a tri-lane. There's the blast off.
Well, this time that will certainly do it. Level 2 blast off. Japs has the damage. Back with DJ and his tag team. Cat, she crits out this time.
Enigma going for Necrobook. I like Necrobook unit. Sometimes if you overcommit, if you get that level 3 Necrobook, it feels like you're delaying your Blink Dagger, you're delaying your BKB. This time around they will have Winter Wyvern, which is really nice against the BKB Black Hole, so you're always going to have that covered.
Top, they're going to be able to get the angle. Ice sits up with a swashbuckle crit. Tries to get in on this, but they're turning things around. Black Hole's dropped down from Masaros. The follow-up damage from Jabs and Moon. Ice punish for that. To get him behind the tower. FANATIC going to be a team to let him get away with it.
A bit too deep. At one point, Naga Siren will need to bail from the bottom lane, just go to the jungle, because she's not getting too much arm on the bottom lane anymore. And yeah, Artesia already bailing.
See mid, Arbed trying to go for Moon. I'm going to have the snowball. Jabs. Over the extra punches, blocking that tag team. Again, EG losing some of their cores here, as FANATIC are doing an excellent job of reacting to these attempts from EG underneath towers.
Necrobook done on Enigma, just needs to use the courier, then he can start putting some more pressure on the tower. I would love Ice to be a bit more active. He can't play aggressively on a Raid King. Raven is having a really good time on this Raid King, going into Hand of Midas. Radiance already knows what he's going to be up against. Naga Siren and the Illusion, you want to have that Radiance as soon as possible. Like, I don't think it's that good of a game for Naga Siren to get the Fusel Blade, even though, like, it is still a good item build on Naga. Raven can buy a shard, and yeah, I think Artesia just wants to get like a higher tier item after getting the Manta style.
Bottom lane, Arbed make a play onto Raven with the back of a by-side.
Oh, that's nice done.
Get it the second time round. Jabs watching from the side, rolling thunder out from my side. Be able to find the line over towards Jabs as well. I won't have the damage to take down Raven. Jump forward on towards the Void Spirit. Jabs trying to go for the kill. He's got to be careful. One more jump from Arbed will catch him. Jabs, he's hiding in with the dissimulate. Jabs, he's gone.
Kill the mine. Plus 25. I like how mines are, you know, 25. 25 easy MMR, 25 gold. That was nicely done. I thought that they will not be able to kill like Raid King twice, but the Techies was there, kind of died for his teammate. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Masaros manages to kill the tier 1 tower. Ice will try to do the same thing. Orb of Corrosion still works on the tower overtime damage and the minus armor, but they are a bit limited on the tower damage this game until like Naga Sirens gets big.
Yeah. The pushing potential definitely better early on for FANATIC. They're able to find opportunities after team fights. Bottom lane, Moon. It's down here on his own. Ice and Arbiter are hunting for him. Rolling Thunder's at the ready. Moon's got to be careful. If Ice can get an angle to get in with the ult, Arbiter does continue to bait. Ice not committing with the Rolling Thunder, knowing that Moon will be able to jump away with the Remnant.
Chasing, trying to make stuff happen. Moon not lucky with the trusty shovel. Ideally, you would want to pick up a bounty rune, refill your bottle.
Nice. He's actually going to be able to find him with the setup Rolling Thunder, but Moon, he's out with the Remnant. The arrow just off the mark.
From anime, you know, that one does not miss. They can start playing on the bottom as well. I don't think FANATIC will defend. That there is a catapult. Pangolier should be able to take this tier 1 tower. Arteezy just keeps farming up. A bit of a lane, a bit of a jungle, farming that Manta style. We might see, again, a slower game.
Yeah, there's a Naga Siren, there's a Techies.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Definitely the potential. Be a bit of a longer one, which is going to do. Game 1 was rather quick. It's rather brief, so making up for how rapid the first game came to an end. Zarbeb he's on his own in the jungle. Moon. Zarbeb, nothing more than just trying to interrupt the farming of this Ember Spirit.
Now, we're not talking about tech. How's the most important hero in this game doing? Moon will be able to kill Pangolier. I think there were a couple of mines there as well.
Yeah, just gets with the chains, commits with the remnants, blows him up. Of course, yeah, able to start burning into the hood mid lane. And have the setup. Ice fighting back to get involved in this fight. Masteros just down the bottom. Blast off is there from Jabs, but Masteros will get taken down underneath the tower. Jabs now as well by Arbed. EG gonna look to try and chase for more. Ice Rolling Thunder good to go. All the shards block him off. DJ's able to make sure that the space is there for Moon to get out without Ice getting the catch on it. Moon comes back in with the side effect. There's going to be a buyback with Crit. As the setup's here, Arteezy.
Arrow.
Has he got the timing? He does. The sleep setup into the Remnant, into the arrow. They lock down Moon. And now DJ will also fall as Ice protected by the cold embrace of Fly.
That was nice enough. They have a good setup for the arrow. Either like ensnare once Naga Siren gets that, or just a sleep. Wyvern Curse is also a great setup. Buybacks. That's going to be costly. Next time they die, they added the seconds to their death timer. Going to be pretty big. ISSI is not going for like any type of a damage. Usually, from what we've seen, especially 11 Pango, like he goes pretty much always for the same item build. You know, get that Maelstrom to be able to scale. If you don't get that Maelstrom, like you're going to have a hard time pushing out the lanes. You're going to be in the middle of the pack, I would say. But I guess he just wants to be able to, you know, tank up all the damage.
I mean, this is, as you say, the punishment that will be there for playing with that buyback in that last fight. He gets taken down again, Ice, and now he's gone for a minute. And at 13 minutes into the game, that's a long period of time to not be involved.
Yeah, you can just chill. Try to figure out where Techies is placing the mines. Raven, mine is done. Going into Radiance. They're starting to put some more pressure on the mid lane. They also don't have too much tower damage. There's no Necro unit. If there's no Eidolon's crit. Where is he? Not saving his body Fly.
Completely alone at Fly's FANATIC. There's some good kills one after the other, while CG's not put the full squad alive. He's just given that time for Raven. Still though, Arteezy very far ahead of anyone else in the game. 2k lead. SNY into Orchid.
Okay, this is pretty much the first SNY I've seen on. I didn't see too much of a Naga, but the ones that I've seen in Southeast Asia, seen always went for the Manta style because, you know, it increases your farm. You get those extra illusions. You can dispel stuff. Not too many stuff to dispel this time around. Techies, silence, chains, but he's going for status resistance instead. Going into Orchid.
I mean, Gen G like that, going for the Orchid on the Naga side.
Maybe they feel they need like another way of lockdown, but going for 2 Orchids. Like Void Spirit's already getting an Orchid, so maybe he could go for something else.
To their top tower.
Like if he wants to tank up, like Scotty is a good choice. I've also seen him play Nagasar like Manta style into Butterfly straight away when they have a heavy physical damage. They think like we don't have enough lockdown, like we need to be able to deal with like Snowball coming up from the Tusk. Enigma will eventually get a BKB, so like that's not gonna matter. Bottom lane, Arrow will connect.
Very nice setup. Have they got enough damage though into the room? It's going to be close. Stick charge pump from Moon and the Remnant. It's up. He's away. Not quite enough to control the damage between the two of them. Meanwhile, up at the top half of the map, Arbet's in trouble. Yeah, it's going to be ticking him down. Shards off the marks. Arbet's able to jump down to the low ground with it to simulate.
He's good. He's gonna get out.
He's away.
That was so close. Yeah, it might be a bit of an overkill getting 2 Orchids. Let's see if he commits for it. And he just brought a Quarter Staff. Could still potentially turn that into Butterfly, but now he's all in. Has that Oblivion Staff.
Oh, crit! He actually lands the arrow there.
That's a solo kill.
Absolutely is that Moon. He wasn't ready for that at all. Heads down to the low ground, and I guess just so the arrow coming in at a distance that he didn't see it when he was actually up there on the same level as it. And a beautiful shot from Crit catches him out.
You know where those mines are going to be, at least for the tier 1 tower. You know he wants to place them around that 3 area. They dewarded Orchids, already done on the Void Spirit. I like how Ember Spirit is, yeah, they have this Orchid. I do not have a way of defending myself. Maybe I'll need to buy a BKB so he does not commit early on, even though he's having a Javelin and a Mithril Hammer, so just keeping the Javelin locked.
Dire shall look to their top tower.
See mid, ice. Trying to keep the pressure off the tier 1 tower. Bottom lane, EG. They're ready to jump in and look for jabs. Zarbed, he's found him. Set up with the Orchid into the Remnant. He's going to have the burst to take down jabs. DJ unable to save him.
Dire shall look to their top tower.
Towards mid, ice. And try and lead things in onto Raven. Raven has got the reincarnation of bounces. So they can do it a second time. Chris coming over the arrow. Oh, it's perfectly timed. He manages to land it over towards the side. Flies to control Masaros with the curse to make sure that there's no black hole to threaten the rest of EG.
That was such a nice move from Crit. You know, he has pretty much one job, control Enigma. Even when Enigma gets a Blink Dagger BKB, he needs to stay away as further as possible and just cancel that black hole.
The fly. Yeah.
What did I say, Crit? Yeah, fly. I'm having some flashbacks from Crit.
Oh yeah, the quick, yeah. I remember. 10 to 10. 18 minutes in. It's a close one. It is. But as minutes pass, you know, it is a game where Arteezy's Nagasaran feels like it's only going to get further ahead with the speed that Arteezy is able to farm at the map with the illusions. I'll see if Raven is able to catch up once he has the Radiance complete. It's very close to the relic. 3,200 gold onto it.
He's so far ahead of Raid King. Like, he's getting closer and closer to the relic. It's gonna be 20 minutes, the Radiance Midas. Like, if they manage to kill him one more time, Raven's not getting too much out of the map. It's very hard for all the techies to set things up because they have Nagasaran illusions. You know, you have ways to deal with those bombs.
I'll be looking for the setup top. Raven, no ult for 30 seconds. A little cautious with EG hanging around.
Top tower is indeed.
Back up, try and reset. Get back in with the invis. Overlord, mid-lane, Masteros, he'll just drop it straight up onto side. They'll get the kill, but now they've got to be cautious as Moon. He's very low on the mana. Into the Orchid, he's silenced and held in place. Moon, he's going to die for this effort. They may have got ice, but it's a black hole down and also their mid lane of that.
This should be a tier 1 tower on the mid lane. They got the Pango. Seems like Ice is playing more of a sacrificial role this time around. You know, he's tanking the spell. Song will still catch Enigma.
And will indeed Masteros
with the arrow. Let's see if they can time it. Yes, they can.
Very nicely done. I mean, they have a super solid setup, both for the Remnant or the arrow. Either one, it's going to catch whoever gets set up upon by the sleep.
Bombs.
They didn't hit anything at all. Tips out from Fly as well.
If this was a tank, he's in my spot. Misses those mines. I can see queuing up the Shadow Amulet. I'm a bit worried. But he's having a good time, you know. He's farming up almost a full Aghanim scepter done.
Yes,
It's always very. He does not have a way of defending himself. At least, you know, he did not go for the Maelstrom, lock that Javelin, so just needs a recipe to buy a BKB. That's going to help quite a lot against two Orchids.
Poor Roshan.
And they're going to look for Roshichi. With no moon in the game.
You know, you have Pango. Pango is very strong in a lot of departments. You know, getting minus armor from the Lucky Shot, this arm, minus armor from Mortal Corrosion, Riptide, minus armor. What is he sitting at? Minus 2 right now, minus 13, I believe that's it.
Coming over to contest this is very hard to reach. I mean, so very hard.
You have to announce it, like you always have a song.
No chance of fighting into this around the pit. So you sign up too strong.
To talk about is like Tusk, his you know shards. It's really not that good this game. 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes that can get over the shards easily. So like even if you get a good block off, it doesn't really matter that much. Angle there, picking up a blink dagger, so it's going to be much easier for him to cut into backline, possibly find Enigma, who still does not have a blink dagger.
Where the hell is he? He's diving in onto Jabs. Got the setup as he is going to back away. Doesn't want to stick around too long with the axe, that stats. Jabs is tacking up to live for his damage of the illusions. Ice, he's looking for the cleanup. He's going in, he's going towards the fountain. Oh, yeah, he's going to start TPing out. Bit of a wild move there. You know, one of the reasons why we love to see Ice.
Kind of a classic Ice.
Just rolling into the battle.
Rolling in. Knows that he can die. Arrow connects on the Tusk, but there is no follow-up. Aegis on the Naga Siren, they can continue to get the most out of the map. Like Raven, he's involved in one kill. That kill was from the laning state. Has the Radiance, keeps farming up.
How's he doing? He's still struggling to just catch up with how much RTs is getting done. This Orchid has just enabled him to get involved. 3-1-4 on the Naga Siren. And also just this sort of mana gen at the end. You never really have to worry about buying clarities. He's just going to be able to keep spamming that mirror image and always have the mana to fight. Having enough to use the burn and the ensnare.
Crit, this game has been on point with his rotations, with his arrows. It's not all about him because everyone else needs to set it up, but you need to have a good angle. We've seen a couple of times like Masaru's trying to block the arrow from certain angles with the Eidolons, with the Necro Warriors, but Crit is always there pretty much to land it. Nagasar about to have a hard finish, so that's going to tank around quite a bit.
They're trying to catch it on easy. See if they can do it. I'm going to get through the Aegis. The rest of EG making their way over. Songs of available, curses available for now. So he's very careful about how he plays the same fight. On the very image, RTC starting to step away over all the backline. So he gets the North Jab, pulls him back to the Raven, takes him out. Going to be able to keep RTC safe here with the cold embrace. BKB's out from Moon. Ice coming back across. The song comes to an end. RTC continuing to retreat, and he's away. They can't chase any further. EG's going to push the right the curse fly. Puts the stop to the black hole. Arrow out onto Raven. Over to the side. The Science and the Ensnare catching Moon. Moon will go down. DJ and Raven, they're trying to find Ice. Mountains out to grip. They bring down the Mirage. RTC and Arvid. They're ready to swing back in. RTC picked up the heart. He's healing back up. They've got a run for that. They're going down to Raven and DJ Raven. He'll fall the once.
First life.
DJ Raven is like, he can't. The Orchid out again from RTC. Silencing DJ. He has to run. He's got to leave Raven. And DJ cannot fight this.
Nice shot by Abed.
Abed takes down DJ. DJ over from Jab. Can he do anything to help him? There's a right coming out. But Abed's cleaned up the double kill. Over with Jab. DJ's pulled back for this, but he knows he cannot keep in here. He can do nothing to have Jabs as EG
Oh, that was such a nice done by EG. Pretty much a perfect timing. Card gets delivered in the middle of the fight. The regeneration kicks in. Song to keep him alive. BKB on Ember Spirit. He can deal with that amount of damage coming out because Ember Spirit is not really farmed. Like Fly, he has one job. His job is don't get caught by a black hole and just cancel it with the exact. He knew how to use it.
You just got to press the button the right way to guarantee that your illusion's over the shards. You can try at home, but it's very hard.
Yeah, you need to press it like 3 times fast, 2 times slow, then 2 times fast.
Give it a bit of a rub, you know, press the key right, and boom, you're over the shard.
Arrow again. That's DJ going back. He going back in the previous fight, so he's not gonna have it. Next Roshan may respawn in 3.5 minutes. There's still a couple of towers that EG can go for. Like, I think he's not having like that good of a time anymore because all these mines are being taken away from the Naga Siren illusions. Pangolier is super tanky. Like he can tank most of that damage. He's also bringing something on the courier. That's a full pipe. Yeah, he just wants to tank up. All right.
Oh, Moon caught yet again, and it's too hard to play against these silencers. He's still struggling. Even though he has the BKB, they catch him with any of the stuns, the thunder, or the remnant. They've just got enough damage to burst through him before he's able to react. CG now at 10k, 21 to 13. To have another very solid against it. Oh, the mines do go on, but.
Good tanky with that part.
Yeah, he's going to be back up to full HP in a few seconds. Nothing more than a bit of a tickle.
Also I love Fly's build, maxing out Cold Embrace to lower the cooldown, increase the healing, because like he's not dealing damage. He does not need that Arctic Burn. Pretty much already said it multiple times. Needs to be able to cancel the black hole. Like Enigma is going for a BKB in the Lincoln Sphere. Could be a bit tricky if, you know, he manages to get to that Lincoln Sphere, but eventually I think they will have another way of stopping it. Naga Siren, definitely a hero that wants to buy an Abyssal Blade, so they will have that covered as well.
Some of these neutral items are easy. Find the lovely one here for the Naga Siren, the Elven Tunic. Incredibly beneficial for one of the best ones, for sure. Now, these tier 2s, they can't really defend them, Fnatic. Fnatic's going to have to gear up for that high ground defense. So if they can get something big going, and Raven's really going to be in a position that he can sort of attend these, be any sort of threat. Because so far, he's just not really been able to get involved at all. They're running him down, Arbeb. And they're going to be able to finally catch it. Arteezy's in with the song, and he's in a position that's very hard for the rest of Fnatic to get to. I think Fnatic they're just going to have to bail on him completely. They know that they cannot get him in time to give him any sort of chance on the second line. Oh, let's not blink. Wait,
he actually managed to blink out. They don't know where he is.
They don't know where he is? Okay. I mean, that's why they didn't come over. Raven was like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And he actually gets out.
I
despite the whole of BKB there. Yeah.
Because they were not showing other heroes, and he was like, I'll go in, I'll try to find the back line, possibly stun something else. You guys got this, right?
They didn't. So yeah, Raven actually able to live. Very nicely done. ZG still in this mid lane. Ooh, there we go. There we finally got one.
Oh, look at that gold.
We finally got one. 1,200 gold.
Okay.
That's what it's all about. That is literally the reason why Jabs is playing techies, so he could. I mean, and he did it. He had enough mines. I think that was I think it was 100 to 0.
I think it was.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna see that
all
one
right,
again.
there we go.
It was pretty high.
That's the dream for Jabs.
Your hero dies. No one is nearby, but your hero is dead. Breaking finally level 18, so 40-second cooldown on reincarnation. Ice.
Got it.
Rolling. Checking out if they're invading the jungle.
See if Jabs can pull out some more of those. It's the big stuff. And we see here steps in and look, a perfectly stacked mine pile. RTZ, as soon as he's down, of course, Jabs, he's quick with the all chat on the hero lines. You gotta be, that's one of the key parts of playing the techies. But you gotta break your enemies down.
Yeah, you gotta get into their heads.
Yeah.
And try to break them. Jump from it. They do not want to take the fight. Dinosaur out. Roshan is up. Also, Song is up. EG using the smoke. Abed also going for a bit of an earlier E on this. Does not want to die to techies.
Yeah.
Also, that's gonna possibly keep him alive from the black hole. They don't have any nullifiers, and I don't think they will have, because right now these heroes really love to buy the item. Abed.
Trying to jump in onto Moon. He's still good to go. The mine's put to waste there. Zabed.
Most of the time you would not want to have Eon Disc, the first usage, like completed. You want to have it disassembled and then assemble it in a team fight, but since you're playing against the techies, like, you never know. You might not be able to react. You just straight up die. So it's okay to have it, completed. Butterfly will be down on Nagasari in the next couple of seconds. That's a lot of evasion. 16% from Elven Tunic, and also the Butterfly. Raid King, also not a hero that likes to buy NKB, but might be able to go for an arrow. Well, not connect. BKB spot by Moon.
So I'm worried about the follow-up that could be coming out if he did get hit. So not easy. With the setup, another arrow is ready. See if they've got the setup, the Duke DJ. Get caught out, Isaac is going to the point. So okay, Jabs, there we get Arbed. Arbed has been blown up. PG won't keep fighting on without their Void Spirit. I've got to be careful around this area. They're going to be a little bit spooked after losing Arbed like that.
But playing against techies, you know certain areas will be mined, so like even if they're not hot, you're still not gonna go there. Eventually, they will need to pick up a gem. Crit just finished Fly just finished Ether Lens and the Blink Dagger on Wyvern. So maybe his next item should be the gem to be able to see things. Once Abed is out, they can go for the Roche. Unfortunately for him, Eon Disc was not ready. Actually, Pango just buys it because he has enough money. He's like, I'm sick and tired of techies in this game. Boys, let's try to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to be careful. I mean, Jabs he's definitely doing it. Those two kills, killing Arteezy, killing Arbed. He can keep this up.
Oh, what a nice arrow from Craig. Man, it takes skill. I don't think they're gonna kill him, but still felt really good. Gonna chase him, but yeah. Not enough damage. Like, he used the arrow while there was a Flight of Fist from Ember Spirit. Song mid.
I mean, Raven's going straight up to the high ground. He's trying to get the jump onto Fly. Arteezy having to use the song to save Fly. EG sort of questioning if they want to actually fight this. Still a few seconds without Arbed, so they won't try to pull something off the back of that song. Used to save Fly.
Arteezy very active as an Naga Siren, like he's involved in 15 out of 22 kills, because he knows he needs to play with the team. They have a great setup. If he ever wants to, quit Dota, those songs were so on point, might start thinking about his music career as well.
Beautiful vocals.
To restore the void within.
Here's the mine sign down, and it's the mines prepared by Jabs. Roshan, a little bit of a spooky space to enter into. Midnight. It's tier 2 tower, just about. Maybe trying to do his best to hold on to it as long as he can, but the tower's gone. Azeroth waiting, ready with the black hole. If EG do try and commit.
Structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Axe on Moon, so the Axe on Moon and on with both Raven and Mastros. They've got some great ways on their cores to get these backlines and try and catch Fly before Fly's able to interrupt the team fight with the burst. They're going in on RTG in the mid. Other side, Moon's committed to the BKB, trying to keep the backlines of RTG. There's EG away now. The current back is coming in outside. He's in for position. He's going to curse Masteros, put the black hole to an end. Masteros will go down, and Arteezy will be able to back up. May will be able to get back in, turn for the route onto Raven. Side, DJ trying to watch the kick back. Arbit jumps over by DJ in the trees, takes it down. Raven will be able to slam down Chris. Buyback from the two of them here, both Masteros and DJ want to get back in on this.
Arbit still has that Arcane Rune running. I mean, good setup.
As BKB still on cooldown, 5 seconds, they're in, onto Raven. In trouble, DJ comes up with the snowball, and he's saving the boom, goes down. Jerk ball to the blast off, Arteezy and Ice both low, and then trap. Right by Raven, Raven, takes down Arteezy, comes towards Ice as well. If the buybacks pay off, FANATIC, they'll be able to take the team fight.
They use 2 buybacks, Roshan is up, so they can go inside a pit and try to take this fight. And Easy has a buyback, Mango, no buyback on him. Mirana will be out. I'm not sure if EG wants the buyback and try to contest it, but this is a pretty big one.
It would be very risky, yeah. You get Arteezy in, but he said no ice. So they may just have to let this one go for FANATIC. Done on Raven. Shuts this down pretty quickly. No curse for 20 seconds, so Fly can't even go for some sort of YOLO play to disrupt this. FANATIC, they're going to get this. There's Aegis and Cheese, it will be theirs. Just from EG, FANATIC, they're doing it. They're keeping themselves in the game. And definitely stepping up the map in a way that's going to get very hard, but EG will put this on to the next objective.
EG wants these prolonged team fights where like they get the most out of Winter Wyvern, multiple heals, and try to reset the heart of the Rast region to kick in. But Raven right now is getting pretty big. You know, he's not been very active early on, he's just been farming, but now holding up to Aegis. I'm not sure if they can take him down 3 times. Like, they should be able to control him with some of the spells, especially the disarm coming up from Pangolier and everything good. But yeah, they should try to go for those who bought back. It's gonna become a bit more problematic. Enigma getting closer to the Lincolns here, then Crit can just go in. So I want to see some Bashers, I want to see some Abyssal Blades being built. Pangolier going for 1, and I believe Nagasarin also going for 1. Yeah, so they need to have that covered.
Here's Spell Prison. He wants to take down FANATIC. Both Moon and Masteros would like to their hands on that mid lane. It's easy. Going for the setup. Moon, again, just having to use BKB every time. Doesn't get chain stunned by any follower. Onto the song.
Scanning for enemies.
Techies, Octarine Core, level 20. Can't wait for level 25. Do you think he picks up the damage or the mine's movement speed?
We'll have to see. I don't know what's meta at sort of this, you know, incredibly high level of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what the meta is, because if I join a game, I ban techies.
We should say you're banned. Oh, techies, that's nice. See ya.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Like, it's one of the most meme-y talents in the game for sure. Like, you see mines running at you, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, and you can definitely feel that techies pressure getting to it. They can't approach the high ground. Especially now, of course, with the Aegis Cheese in the hands of Raven. It's a hard move to make. Be very, very careful how they approach things against this FANATIC lineup. Despite how big Arteezy is, you know, we are seeing though with these moments. He's been hit the creeps, and he's shooting up that. He's going to have the MKB done very shortly.
He doesn't like to buy that item, but against all the evasion coming up from the Nagasari and the Butterfly, she was also holding the Elven Tunic, now holding on the Ninja Gear instead. Like, you need to be able to go through that evasion. 35% is just a bit too much.
I mean, I feel like we might definitely be getting a long one here. I mean, EG, they've just found the dream item that you always hope for. Arteezy would have been holding out. As he will get that illusionist cape on the Naga Siren. Extremely nice hunt to be had, the best.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, those items for certain heroes, I feel like 100% drop rate. Ember Spirit holding on to Spell Prism, adds Refresher, all of you, that's how it works.
Mine's a big KB here, yeah. Be careful. BKB saving his life plenty of times. And we'll come to an end. And he's got them.
He's silenced again, but look at the mines. It's being pinned out. Where's the arrow? Here it comes.
That's not gone. He doesn't. Comes out of the slot, gets hit by the arrow, and taken out by the illusion. That's moved in for 80 seconds. Towards Raven they go. Raven be able to back off. I mean, you can see it there as well. You know, once he had the BKB, he did have remnants, but you know, EG almost knew they were like, hang on, this guy's baiting us. He's trying to get us to go somewhere. He was indeed. EG, they placed hard, they don't fall for the bait, take him out at distance.
Yeah, I like that. There's something you didn't mention. Void Spirit decided to go for Remnant Provides blue side, which is really nice, you know, playing against the techies. They also have the gem. Ice is ice.
Middle tower is under attack.
Who's holding it now? So it was now. Oh, what? Gem actually. Oh, it's the Void Spirit who has it. Slow team from EG.
Trying to go on Raven, but of course they never want to fully commit onto this Raid King. Especially when he's up here on the high ground of the base. They'll look to push on the side lanes, trying to split FANATIC up, so that it's going to be off the mark, not going to catch anything there.
Abed needs to be careful to not get the Z on this proc, but he's not the full HP. That's the Agent regeneration here.
Nice, he's in, that's DJ down. Buyback on DJ. He's out for 90 seconds. CG down the number advantage, jump forward from Moon. Tries to get the catch, won't find it. Just crits out. EG, can they get anything more done whilst DJ is down? Still very, very hard to push into the FANATIC's lineup.
Tower is under attack.
Like Shadow being used here to try and allow them to get some sort of angle that they can jump in. FANATIC by surprise.
Bottom lane, they have a couple of mines, hard to see how many. They also have a sign.
They're just trying to start things outside of the back. Albert jumps over towards Moon. Wants him back. RT,
Done on Enigma.
Pick it up, it
Gets blown up.
He does!
There's also gem on the ground, it's being picked out.
It is! Can they get it in time? Who's heading out there? Mastros? Yeah, the courier's been sent. DJ's going to be able to pick that up.
Because they bought that gem earlier on. Like, the one's going to be ready in the next couple of minutes. But it's still a 900 gold loss for the EG.
With those kills, yeah, Jabs, he's getting close to 25. Well through the level 23.
When I said that they need Abyssal Blades on the heroes to deal with the Enigma, the Black Hole, look what Crit has queued up.
I mean, you're absolutely right. That's how much they value the item against Masteros.
Everyone just wants to get like Eon Disc and faster to be able to deal with the Enigma. Like, Piranha has a lot of attack speed with the leap, so even if she's like not caught inside of the black hole, she can cancel it before the Abyssal Blade.
Well, for sure, you're very...
Highly like a get from Fly. Like, their item might be stuff nicely against this Enigma. Fly wants to get a refresher. Unfortunately for him, like, there was no Philosopher's Stone dropped in this game, otherwise he might have actually had it. Buys another gem. Crit actually buys a gem.
They've got to have this gem against this deck, otherwise it's going to be impossible to play against Jabs.
Refresher done on Ember Spirit, so he has 6 Fire Remnants, not too bad.
Double damage empowers me.
Also double BKB is going to be very helpful. I hope you guys, went to the back, have enough water and everything, but be sure to get some snacks, because this one seems to be, that's going to last forever.
They have this attack on you actually have the refresher pop by Moon, so if you get it, you can be able to find back on one. Masteros gets the knockout, should have applied from the curse. On down Moon, he's still trapped in between the boards, and he's able to put the mirror image, he will get get out of there, and Fly's able to set up the turnaround. They take out both of them. Spoon and Jabs going down. Jabs will buy back. They take down Raven the second time, then burn through the reincarnate. RTZ Armor crits around him. And that's going to be Raven out. He's out for 100, he has no buyback.
Yeah, RTZ just finds a way how to get stuck. If it's a clam press, this time around, like, he could not get out. There were like people around him, but once again, good ulti coming up from Viper. Fly, always there on time, and now they can start split pushing a bit, see where the mines are.
3 dead. EG should have a pretty solid opportunity here to claim these racks. FANATIC then may be up for one final fight, but definitely going to take severe damage to the base. VG coming in with the siege.
Radiant's top tower has
It was good attempts, they're sort of throwing everything in onto RTZ with the black hole, but it's just rely on this. So back to farming. Just been allowed to sort of single-handedly win turn games around. Flies wide and putting a complete stop to Mastros being able to do anything.
EG trying to go in, possibly, you know, end the game, but with the techies, you never know.
Careful. Raven, that's been in. Sign has been dropped on the mines around these 2 tier 4s. Careful how they're pushed in. RTZ pretty safe though. The Aegis. Try and trade into Raven. Moving back with the Swift link pretty fast and hard, but RTZ's got a lot of armor. There's the jump again. Moonlight Shadow, EG setting up behind RTZ. Raven have to be careful how far he commits. Does not have buyback on. Now he's going to get jumped. They can take down the one side in with the ball going in front of the truck, force Raven up to the side. DJ caught on the front of it all, he will get the snowball off, and they're going to lose DJ almost certainly. The snowball will come to an end from a blink. DJ actually had a pick back to bounce. Raven, looking for a second round, he gets back over towards RTZ, but RTZ the down, what's on the illusion. Arrow takes him down, the arrow won't connect. Raven will start backing off, but EG there doing the damage to tier 4s. RTZ continues to push.
That's the first tier 4 tower down. They can keep pushing. Still Aegis on our easy.
Raven trying to get in there. You have those 2 black bubbles if Masteros can find them. He's got to go for something completely incredible. As he's down 27k already, he jumps to be right on the back lines. RTZ is going to pop the song. So the move with the Abyss. Moon, he's got to get out of the BKB, he's going to shortcut to the end. Chris over behind the tower, the arrow hits him. Moon, he's down, he's down. He's to get Masteros, he's going to go for the ball. The Enigma's out for 100 seconds. They've caught me outside of base. He's gone.
Like, nice play from flying. He had his two vintage coaches. That's the third one. He has to use the refresher just to set things up. I mean, he killed Ice, but these are old mines, like they don't have anything else to do.
As onto the side, Raven trying desperately to defend. DJ, find a little bit of safety inside the snowball. Raven is tempting to run. Raven, he's out now, no buyback on him. DG is cool. With that, EG still secure themselves both wins here in the series, 2-0 against FANATIC.
Big W for EG, big W for Dota community. You know, watching techies lose, I think everyone is pretty satisfied. Great showing from EG. Like, they had some insane timings on their items going in and out. Like, fly on Winter Wyvern has been amazing. Like, the itemization coming out from EG, getting like triple bash.